Hello, my beautiful people. I welcome you back to my channel once again. And as usual, as you know, today is Friday, and I am here to present to you the preview of our match against Newcastle United. I am here to give you everything you need to know about that match. I'll give you the player availability for that match. I'll give you the officials that will be in charge of the game throughout. Then I'll also give you my predicted lineup for the game. I will also give you my predicted score for that game. So please, I want you to stay around with me. Those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, if you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. As I said, the like button will go a very long way to push this channel forward. So please hit the like button, the notification bell, and also share the link for more of our Chelsea members to be getting access to this news. Thank you very much. Before I go there, I must say that this Chelsea team B, the team B that we used to play yesterday, this team is looking frightening, seriously frightening. And I think that this team is beginning to outperform the supposed team A in inverted commas. I think that a lot of players from this team will soon be moving into the team A, the Premier League team. Now, one of such players is Mykhailo Mudryk. When I looked at Mykhailo Mudryk's performance yesterday, I think that I expected it though, because I knew this guy will come good because the talent was there for everyone to see. And I think that this coach has done very well. In one of our games from the beginning of the season, he started that game, but at the end of the first half, he was hauled off. Then at the end of the game, the coach Maresca was interviewed and was questioned about the rationale for taking out Mudryk at the end of the first half. He replied that the guy is good, but he has a problem. He has a lack of decision making. He doesn't know when to actually run with the ball, when to pass, when to cross, and when to lay an assist. But then he mentioned that they were going to work on this guy and he will come good. And lo and behold, I think that it is obvious that this guy has actually been worked on. Yes, his performances are showing that he has been worked on. Now, I think that in one of my videos, I mentioned that Sancho, that left wing position, is still up for grabs because still I cannot see anyone laying claim to that position actually. And so when I saw Mudryk yesterday, I think that Sancho must begin to look over his shoulders because Mudryk is coming good, and Mudryk, number one, has the speed, and then he has the skill. Then he also likes to shoot, unlike Sancho, who doesn't like to shoot. I think that Sancho must seriously beware of this guy Mudryk. He's seriously coming. Now, when you look at our right wing position also, that is the position that Madueke plays. And I think that when I saw Tariq George yesterday play, I think this guy has everything. This guy is a serious player, and I think that there's going to be serious problem in that position because usually I report on this guy Estevan William, and that is where he normally occupies. But looking at Tariq George, I think there is serious competition for that position, and so I think everybody must up his game. Then the next person, the next thing I saw about yesterday's game was about Cuckoo. Yes, I think Cuckoo is becoming a monster of a player. When I saw him yesterday, the way he was running, the way he was putting in tackles here and there, I think he's becoming a monster of a player. I mentioned in my review of the Liverpool game that I believe strongly that because Cuckoo didn't play that Liverpool game, that is why we actually lost that game. I think the story would have been different if Cuckoo played that game. because Kuku is becoming a serious player. Enzo Maresca mentioned that he will improve players, and then I think he's doing well. Every single player is improving and doing so well. Now, uh, Modric. On Sunday, the game against Newcastle, Modric has some history with Newcastle. And so I am going to tell you when we get there, Modric has some history with Newcastle. And so I think that Modric should start that game. Yes. So when we get there, I'll tell you exactly the history he has with Newcastle. All in all, I think that the credit must go to Enzo Maresca and his team. I think they are doing well with these Chelsea youngsters. This Chelsea team, they are doing so well with them, and I think we have to commend them seriously for the good work they are doing. Now, straightforward, let us go to the preview of the match. The match will be played on Sunday, 27th October. That is this Sunday. Okay, now the time for that match is 14 o'clock GMT. So 14 o'clock, you just have to convert it to your local time. Ghana, I think that is 2 o'clock, and Nigeria, I think that is 4 o'clock. So you just have to convert it to your local time. Kenya and other places, please convert it and you see the time. The venue for the match is Stamford Bridge, of course. Then the referee who will be in charge of the match is Simon Hooper. Simon Hooper has officiated 4 matches this season, and the one thing that we can remember about Simon Hooper this season was his match against when Liverpool was taking on Crystal Palace. Liverpool actually won that game by 1-0. But then in the game, something happened. Virgil van Dijk pulled down Crystal Palace captain McGhee in the penalty box. Then the Crystal Palace players tried to protest, but then Simon Hooper waved off the protest. He didn't listen to them at all. Then the VAR officials also never came in. They never reviewed that incident, and there was no intervention from them. No intervention. But then at the end of the game, one of the former referees, Kev Hackett, in his column in the Telegraph, described the decision as pure garbage. Pure garbage. I hope that this pure garbage will not resurface on Sunday. Yes, seriously. Okay. Now, also about Hooper, on average, when you take Hooper, the games he has officiated, on average, Hooper is issuing out 5 yellow cards per game. So that is the referee that will be at the center of event at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. Now, assisting him on the lines will be Adrian Holmes and Simon Long. They will be on the line assisting him. The 4th official for the game is going to be Rob Jones. And then the VAR official is going to be Gerard Gillett. He will be on VAR duty. Assisting Gerard Gillett is going to be Ian Hussein. So those are the officials for the game on Sunday. Now, quickly, let us look at the form of the two teams. Now, when you take the last 5 games in general for the two teams, Chelsea, we have won 3 games, we have drawn 1, and we have lost 1. The 3 games I'm talking about, yesterday's one included. So 3 games in total, we have drawn 1, we have lost 1. The draw was for Nottingham Forest, and the loss was for Liverpool. Then Newcastle, they have lost 2 games, they have drawn 2, and they have won 1. The last game they played was against Brighton, and they lost that game by 1-0. So when we take Chelsea and Newcastle into consideration with regards to the Premier League, both of them have played 8 games so far. Chelsea lies 6th on the log, whilst Newcastle is on the 9th position. The goal difference for Chelsea is 7, and the goal difference for Newcastle is 0. They have 0 goal difference. We have 14 points. They have 12 points. They have won 3 games. We have won 4. They have drawn 3. We have drawn 2. They have lost 2. We have also lost 2. Then the goals scored, we have scored 17 goals in total, and they have scored 8. We have conceded 10 goals in total, and they have conceded 8 in total. Then the head-to-head, when you come to the head-to-head for the two teams. In totality, Chelsea and Newcastle have played 62 games. Chelsea have won 33 of them. Newcastle have won 16, and there were 12 draws. The total goal scored is 153. Chelsea have scored 96, and Newcastle have scored 57 of the goals. When you take between Chelsea and Newcastle, their last 5 games, Chelsea have won 2. We have drawn 2, and Newcastle have won 1 of the games. Now, my predicted 11 before I'll come to the score prediction. We all know who the number 1 goalkeeper is when it comes to the Premier League, and that is Robert Sanchez. He made some mistakes in the Liverpool game, and I think that we have to start looking at Philip Jorgensen. But then for this game, I think that Robert Sanchez will keep the post because Robert Sanchez, Philip Jorgensen played the full 90 minutes yesterday. So Sanchez will be in post. Then at right back, James will start again. He is our captain, he's back. And there's no way he will be sitting on the bench when he's fit. So James will start again on Sunday. Fofana and Colwell will come back with their partnership at the centre back. Then on the left of defense, I think that Cucurella should start the game. In fact, he did well against Panathinaikos. I believe he will be tired, but then I think he should start the game. What do you think? What do you think? Okay. So Cucurella is starting there, or Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto will be starting there. Between Cucurella and Malo Gusto. Cucu, yes. Let's send our strongest 11 into this game. Cucurella starts at left back. Then at the defensive midfield, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Caicedo and is it Enzo Fernandez? No, Enzo Fernandez played yesterday. I think that Lavia should play this game. Caicedo and Romeo Lavia will be at the defensive midfield. Ahead of them, we are going to have Madueke Palma behind the striker, Jackson as the striker. Then Sancho will be at the left wing. I thought we should use Modric for this game because he has some history with Newcastle, but Sancho. Let's give Sancho the last chance for now. Yes, let's rest Modric because he will be playing again against Newcastle. So Sancho starts at left wing. So that is my predicted lineup. My predicted lineup for the game. Now, when we go to the predicted score, I want to look at the 3 games prior to this game. On 11th of March 2024, we played a game, a Premier League game against Newcastle, and we won that game by 3-2. Now, those who scored in that game were Jackson, Palmer, and Modric. Modric scored the last goal in that game in the 76th minute. Okay, now for Newcastle United, it was a 3-2 win for Chelsea. For Newcastle United, it was Isak in the 43rd minute and Murphy in the 90th minute. So, in fact, Chelsea nearly capitulated in that game, but we finally saw the game out. So, we won that game by 3-2. Modric scored the last goal for Chelsea in that game against Newcastle. Then in the Premier League again, when we go to November 25th, 2023, it was a Premier League game, and that one we went to Newcastle. We lost that game by 4-1. Newcastle defeated Chelsea by 4-1 in that game. Now, those who scored in that game, Isak scored in the 13th minute. Now, after scoring in the 13th minute, Sterling equalized that goal in the 23rd minute. Then Leslie scored in the 60th minute. Joe Linton in the 61st minute. So 60-61, 2 goals against Chelsea. That was Newcastle. In the 73rd minute, Reece James received his matching orders after receiving a second yellow card. So he was sent to an early shower. we had a red card in that game, 10-11. In the 83rd minute, Gordon scored their fourth goal, and we lost that game by 4-1. Now, on 19th December, we played a game against Newcastle United. It was an EFL Cup game. That game ended in a 1-1 draw, and Chelsea won that game with penalties. Newcastle scored early in the game. In the 16th minute, Wilson scored their goal. Then in the last minute, we nearly lost that game. Last minute, 90th plus 2 minutes, Modric again scored for Chelsea. And that was how we won that match. So when we take the last 3 games into consideration, Newcastle, both Chelsea and Newcastle, there was no clean sheet for any of them. So I am predicting that in the Sunday game, there will be no clean sheet, actually. So, but Chelsea is going to win that game. So I am predicting a 3-1 win for Chelsea in that game. So thank you very much. That is our preview for the match. And I hope to see you at the end of the game on Sunday. Remember also that I've been giving you the report of our loan players at the end of every week, and so there will be no exception this week. I'll bring it to you again. So please, those of you who have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel till I see you on Sunday. Bye for now.